Yo, welcome to the Sunday edition of the Cortez Hustle Show that we call Righteous Hustle. And today we're talking about overcoming distractions, why it is dangerous and detrimental to your life to lose focus. Welcome. If you're on IG, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and click that share button if you're on Facebook. If you already have a business brand or something that you are promoting, go ahead and let us know a little bit about what that is. Just don't post any links, but definitely let us know where you're from. Also, let us know the name of your business and or your brand. And we're going to dive in today because it's all about Christian entrepreneurs. Is as a Christian and an entrepreneur, I see that these two worlds seem to have issues with synergy and alignment in a lot of cases. And I thought I'd bring my interesting perspective to this topic so that when we're talking about entrepreneurship, and if you're a Christian entrepreneur or whatever your spiritual or religious background is, I seen it's kind of the same all across the board in terms of there is a sense that you cannot be uber successful and spiritual or religious at the same time. And I plan to show you guys through scripture what the good book says about success and those things. For real quick, for those of you who do not know me, my name is H. Cortez, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur from ThorntonOnlineMarketing.com. And I am on a mission to empower people economically through financial literacy with an emphasis on personal brand development and entrepreneurship. And it's always a pleasure to talk to you guys, especially on this particular show. I don't often share my faith publicly. It is my hope that you guys can see Christ in me through my actions. But nevertheless, like I said, this topic is one that hits home because as a Christian entrepreneur, I see a lot of Christian entrepreneurs struggling with success, struggling with wealth, struggling with whether they should be pursuing these financial endeavors, whether they should be trying to hit the top of their company, their game, whatever. Double A, what's going on? So let us know in the comments a little bit about who you are, what you do. Definitely let us know what city you're tuning in from. I've got a couple quick announcements, and then we'll get into today's primary text for today. But real quick, let me just show you guys this so that you'll know. It was always sponsored by Thornton Online Marketing. I do have a Labor Day sale going on the site. So let me share my screen with you real quick. If you go over to ThorntonOnlineMarketing.com, I have two different promotions going on for my folks who are doing a little Labor Day shopping. And so basically on ThorntonOnlineMarketing.com, you have digital products and you have physical products. On my physical products, like my books, and my apparel, my mugs, and those sorts of things, I've got a coupon code for you for 25% off. That's right, 25% off. My most popular bundle is this right here, where you get my book, Monetize My Life. It's not an ebook, it's actually a physical book, right? So you get that along with my most popular course on how to become an influencer. That's basically you taking your gifts, talents, and special abilities, learning how to use social media to expand that brand so that ultimately you can turn your talents into profits. That's 25% off. But if you wanted to just grab that course by itself, I also have that course as a standalone, and you can get off any digital products 50% off. So if you do me a favor, you're checking this out live before midnight Labor Day, just go ahead and comment physical product if you want the coupon code for 25% off any physical products. Comment digital products if you want the coupon code for any digital products, and I'll reply with those. What's going on, my friend? I see you on IG. So let's get into today's topic. We're talking about overcoming distractions. It is one of those things that really keep people struggling in all of their lives, in all areas of their lives. It's very easy to get distracted, y'all. And I put this scripture in here, but I actually want to go back a little bit. Let's see, to 30 and see what that says. All right, cool. I got it up. Let me blow it up a little bit so that you guys can see it when I share this on the screen. All right, here we go. So, nope, I want it that way. All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. This is Proverbs 24, 30 through, I think we're going to do 35. It says, I passed by the field of a sluggard, by the vineyard of a man lacking sense. And behold, it was all overgrown with thorns. The ground was covered with thistles, and its stone wall was broken down. Then I saw and considered it. I looked and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, right? And this is the main text that I want to really focus on, because this is talking specifically about sleep as being a distraction. But ladies and gentlemen, there are millions and millions of distractions that we have to face every day. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands, and poverty will come upon you like a robber. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not careful and you get distracted just a little bit, what the scripture is saying is you will ultimately look up one day and your fields will be overgrown, your walls of protection will be broken down, and you'll be wondering what happened. What happened is you got a little distracted. That's what happened. You got a little lazy. You got a little content. You got a little sense of everything is going to be all right. I'm going to pick this back up. No, ladies and gentlemen, distractions come in a multitude of forms. And if you're in America watching this, then you know that we have more distractions than a little bit, right? So what I want to bring out is what my man, one of the greatest networkers of all times, Dr. George C. Frazier, he talks a lot about the E to E ratio. One of the biggest distractions that we face is the distraction of entertainment, right? We live in a world where a lot of us, because of the system that we're in here in America, we followed this system to the T. We went and got ourselves an education. We went and got ourselves a job, and we started working, and we're doing our best to climb the corporate ladder. And what we're realizing, a lot of us, after 5, 10, 15 years with some of these companies, that they will never pay us enough to live the life that we want to live, right? And because we've created a life that we don't really want, what happens is big corporations understand that. And they know that you're living an existence that you're not particularly proud of. So they give you what we call escapisms, right? When you sit down and watch a TV program, a lot of times we don't realize subconsciously what's happening. When you sit down and you watch a TV program, what you're doing subconsciously is you're saying, I want to escape my present day reality temporarily. So you'll sit down and you'll watch TV and you'll get entangled into the life of the characters that you're watching. For a lot of fellas, it is sports, right? We'll sit down and we'll spend 3 hours watching a football game. We'll spend 2 hours watching a basketball game or whatever your favorite thing is, right? You will, what you're doing subconsciously is you're escaping the reality of the life that you've created temporarily. And when you're not careful, you'll do that day in, day out, day in, day out. So the scripture says a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. But really, that is any distraction will pull you away from your focus on your vision, your goal, your dream, whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. And as a result, you will one day look up and your vineyards will be overgrown with thorns and thistles. You will one day look up and your walls of protection will be torn down. You will one day look up and not even recognize the person in the mirror. Guys, this has happened to me. This is why I can speak from the heart on this. I remember building my business. I've always been in some sort of business. I've been an entrepreneur since I was a kid, always been in some sort of business. And I remember as things would start going well with me in my business, I was still working a full-time job, right? But as things would start going well in my business, I start contemplating whether I should just leave the job and devote more and more and more of my time to my business and just go and put all of my energy and effort into building something for myself, for my family. But you know what happened every time I started getting a little traction, a little momentum in my business? I got a promotion on the job. I got a new assignment. I got a raise. I've got a new project to work on that job. So what it started to do for me is it made me feel valued by the company. So I would then take my focus, take my attention, take my energy away from my own business, and then I would buckle down and do more for the company, right? This happened to me 2 or 3 times. And I'm telling you this not to say that you should go and quit your job. Maybe the job is not a distraction for you, right? In fact, for most people, it is your job that's funding your other dreams. So you don't want to quit your job. But I'm saying a lot of times when we start, what happens is the late great Dr. Miles Monroe says, every vision must be tested for authenticity. Every vision must be tested for authenticity. So I had a vision of building this mega empire for myself, all of my children working for me and with me, my family working for me and with me in this empire that I built. So that was my vision. But the test was, do you really want that vision? Is that an authentic vision that you really plan to pursue? Let me test you. Let me dangle another carrot out there in front of you and see if you're going to go chasing after that carrot, or if you're going to double down, triple down, quadruple down on the vision. If it's authentic, that's what you'll do. If it's not authentic, then you're going to be easily distracted and pulled away from your vision to go do other things. And every time my business started to bubble up a little bit, I started hitting a little momentum, I started hitting my stride in business, then I get a promotion on the job. I get a new assignment on the job. I get a raise on the job. And then I put my thing down, and then I go over here and I start focusing on the job, going hardcore for the employer, trying to impress the boss. And I will lose momentum in my business until ultimately the last time I start gaining a lot of momentum in my business, the same thing happened. I was on the job. My business was doing well. It was doing so well that it was actually distracting me from my job. I was spending more time on my business than I was on my job. And I would find myself taking extra breaks at work. I would find myself coming in late, leaving early so I can build my business, right? And as I started to regain that vision, as the fire started to grow in my belly for pursuing my own thing, I got offered another job promotion, another opportunity to run the entire St. Louis office. And I turned it down, man. I talked to my wife on Thursday and Friday about, you know what? I think it's time for me to make this move. And she was like, you know, I support you with whatever you do. And I thank God for a praying wife. I thank God for a supportive wife. And she said, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, she didn't know I was talking about doing it that Monday coming up, right? Talked to her Thursday, talked to her Friday. She did not know I was talking about this Monday coming up. Went in on Monday, 9 o'clock, sent my boss an email, thanking them for the opportunity, thanking them for believing in me and all of that stuff. And by 9:30, I was back in my car on my way home. I just walked away. And the most frightening and most exhilarating thing I've ever done in my life outside of getting married and having kids. It was bananas, but it allowed me to pursue that vision full time. So I started, and I thank God I did. Was it rocky? Was it crazy? Was it a struggle? Absolutely, man. Do we still struggle from time to time? Yep. But I'll tell you this, because of that decision, my residual income has grown to a point whether I roll over in bed or roll out of bed, we still gonna be all right. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't buckle down and focus. So what is the E to E ratio that Dr. George Fraser talks about? It's your entertainment to education ratio. It is how much time do you spend entertaining yourself, right? And I'm saying entertainment, but really in all of the other distractions, right? There's all of these other distractions. How much time do you spend in that versus the amount of time that you spend educating yourself or in full pursuit of your actual dreams and goals, right? What does that ratio look like? For the average American, that ratio is extremely out of balance. We're spending so much time, energy, effort, and money entertaining ourselves, and we spend very little time, energy, effort, or money educating ourselves towards perfecting a skill or positioning us to grow in our area of success, whether that is success financially, whether that is success in our relationships, whether that is success in business, doesn't matter. We spend so much time on the distractions, and we wonder why we wake up one day and there is nothing for retirement. And we leave one job and we so-called retire and have to go get a retirement job. We wonder why our children and our grandchildren have to start over from scratch like we did, because we don't have a generational wealth plan. So we're passing them down assets. It's our E to E ratio. It's off balance, guys. We're spending too much time entertaining ourselves, or in other words, we're spending too much time, energy, effort, and money escaping our present reality instead of spending that same time, energy, effort, and money on creating the reality that we won't feel a need to escape from. Yeah, I'm gonna run that one back because I don't think y'all caught that. We're spending way too much time, energy, effort, and money on entertainment, or in other words, escaping the reality, our present day reality. We're spending our time, energy, effort, and money escaping that reality instead of spending our time, energy, effort, and money on creating a reality that doesn't need an escape from. That, my friend, is the question. That is the price that you are paying when you lose focus, when you succumb to distraction. You are selling out your vision. And we've all been a sellout at one point or another. We're selling out our vision. We're selling out our dreams. We're selling out our children. We're selling out our grandchildren and future generations, making it harder for them to accomplish their dreams. And what are we getting in return for this selling out? We're getting a little escapism. Yeah, we're creating some memories. And I'm not saying that you don't enjoy some of these distractions. What I'm saying is, are you spending an equal amount of time, energy, and effort on pursuit of your dreams, your success, and your happiness as you do? For instance, if you spend money for cable every month, $100 a month, $150, whatever your cable package is, whatever your cable bill is, my question is, that could be a distraction for you. And I'm not saying everybody's distracted because they got cable, because they watch a little TV. I'm saying you have to measure the amount that you're watching versus the amount of time, energy, and effort that you're using to build the success that you say you want to have. You spend $100 on cable every month. Do you also spend $100 on some sort of education protocol, some sort of workshop, some sort of seminar? You spend 4 hours in front of the TV per week. Do you also spend 4 hours per week in front of a book, in front of a coach, a mentor, in front of something that's going to get you closer to your dreams? That is the question. See, if I made up in my mind that I'm going to spend all of my time, energy, effort, and money on building the reality that I want so that I won't have to feel the need to constantly escape it. That's where I am. That's the price that I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay the price, give up some escapisms now so that I can build a world that I would never feel the need to escape from. Do I watch a little TV? Absolutely. But the amount of TV that I watch is probably, I probably spend 5 to 6 to maybe even 7 times the energy and effort of building my empire when you compare that to the amount of times I escape. Because I'm trying to build a reality that I don't want to escape from. And the reason I'm bringing this up, because if you're not careful, right? The scripture said, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty. Let me bring it back up on the screen. Let me actually blow it up a little bit so we can see it a little more. All right. $33 and $34. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man. What is that referencing? It's in other words, it doesn't take a lot of distraction to get you off your game. It doesn't take a lot of escapism to get you off your game, because you know all of that stuff is a snowball effect. Fellas, we good for it. We watch one game, and then the next game comes on, and we watch that game too. After that game goes off, then we go to the club and we sit around and have a few brews, and talk about the games that we just watched for another couple hours. 6, 7, 8 hours have gone by where we've escaped our present day reality, the reality that we say we want to change, but yet we're not spending any time, energy, and effort to change it or create the reality that we actually do want. So the question is, are you allowing a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest? Are you allowing that to distract you from the bigger picture? Are you allowing that to keep you from pursuing your dreams? Are you allowing those things to keep you from building the reality that you actually want, right? I'm sorry, guys, on IG, I can't read those little small names, but I see you. Welcome to Righteous Hustle this morning. We're talking about distractions. We're talking about staying laser focused on your job, or your goals, your vision, the success that you want. We're talking about the fact that, according to Dr. Miles Monroe, the late, great Dr. Miles Monroe, he says every vision must be tested for authenticity. And one of the ways your vision gets tested is when you say, man, I'm going to do this in my business today. When you say, I'm going to do this to save some money today. When you say, I'm going to do this to start building wealth. When you say, I'm going to pick up this book and start reading. When you say, I'm going to go to this workshop, this seminar. When you say, I'm going to sit down with this coach, this mentor. Because I've got a vision that I'm trying to hit. I've got a place that I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to build a reality that I will no longer feel the need to escape from every day. When you say those things and you start putting effort towards those things, please know that that vision that you're putting out there is going to be tested for authenticity. For me, the way I kept getting tested is I would get a raise or a promotion on a job every time my business started to bubble up a little bit. Right? What is your distraction? What is the thing that comes to test you every time you start pursuing your success, your vision, your mission? What is that thing? And you got to recognize, now that you know that your vision will be tested, it's sometimes easier to pass the test. Because the minute I say I'm going to do something and something comes up in opposition, I know it's a test. And I'm like, nah, Joker. You're trying to keep me from my vision. You're trying to keep me from fulfilling this mission. So every vision must be tested for authenticity. And one of the greatest tests that you'll overcome in this society, especially in America, is dealing with escapisms. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with escaping, but I'm saying what we should be focusing on is building the reality that we want to live in where we don't feel the need to escape. Because I get it. If you're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, you've got kids at home, and you don't have the income that you want, you don't have the financial resources that you want, and you don't have the time freedom that you want. Heck yeah, I understand you wanted to escape. Heck yeah, it's easy to come home, plop down in front of the TV and binge for 3 or 4 hours. But why not spend all your time, energy, effort, and money to building a reality that you don't want to escape in the first place? It's rewarding, it's fulfilling, and I promise you this, guys, because we're social creatures, you feel like you're missing something if you don't watch the next episode of Housewives. Fellas, if you show up at the job and you didn't watch the game last night and everybody is at the water cooler talking about the game, I know what that feels like. You feel like you're missing something. And the reason you do is because the circle that you've chosen to hang out with. Trust me, when I started hanging out with different circles, when I started being coached and mentored by different people, and I started paying attention to the conversations that they were having, they wasn't talking about the game last night. They wasn't talking about the housewives. They wasn't talking about the newest album release in the hip hop world. They wasn't talking about that stuff. You know what they were talking about? Their vision, their dreams, their goals, what they were in pursuit of. So when you're hanging around the right people, you don't feel like you're missing that stuff. The only way you feel like you're missing that stuff is if everybody you currently hang around, if that's all they do. So if you're hanging around people who currently are binge watching and always trying to escape their current reality, but doing nothing to change their current reality, yeah, when you show up at the job, that's all they're talking about is the game, because they escaped their reality for 4 hours. They shut themselves down, shut themselves in a room. Fellas jumped in that man cave and they just watched the game. They didn't want to be disturbed because it allowed them to escape their reality. I hang out with people who are changing their reality, building a new reality for themselves. So we don't have those conversations about, man, did you see the game last night? Did you see what XYZ player did last night? Did you see the buzzer beater? Did you see that game-winning drive? No. Man, did you finish that book, Monetize My Life? Did you finish that book on leadership? Man, did you get your ticket for Game Changer? Did you get your ticket for the next networking event? Where can we go to hang out with other like-minded people? How are you coming with your pursuit of your dream, your goal? That's what this thing is all about. So really quickly, as we wrap up, guys, don't forget, if you want to go over to thorntononlinemarketing.com to support the show, I have a Labor Day special going on right now. All of my digital products are on sale for 50% off all of my digital products through Labor Day. This is one of my most popular courses. It's an ebook and video course, How to Become an Influencer. It's a dope course. If you want to learn how to use social media to build a brand and become an influencer so you can grow a business, that is a great course. If you want to learn how to turn your gifts, talents, and special abilities into profit, then you, my friend, might want to take a look at the influencer bundle. That is Monetize My Life. That is this product right here. 25% off all physical products on the site. This is a physical book, as well as the How to Become an Influencer digital download course, which is video course and ebook. 25% off all physical products. So do me a favor, comment physical products if you want the 25% off coupon code. Comment digital products if you want to look at our digital product catalog. And we've got some great courses from our digital product catalog as well. Internet marketing for beginners, how to become an influencer, modern day podcasting, boost your online sales. We've got tons and tons and tons of digital courses that you can purchase for 50% off. So comment digital courses if you want the coupon code for the digital course, or if you want both. I don't mind you guys using both. Just keep in mind that you can't use both coupons on the same order. So you would have to order your digital products, enter the 50% coupon code for your digital products, and then you come back and you order any physical products and then put your 25% coupon code in to get your 25% off any physical products. And that's all at thorntononlinemarketing.com. You guys have been tuning into, checking out, and learning from the Cortez Hustle Show Sunday edition, which we call Righteous Hustle. And it's all about helping Christian entrepreneurs or other spiritual entrepreneurs overcome the stigma of building a business and pursuing your success despite your religious beliefs and some of the dogma that comes from the religious and spiritual communities that's got people all confused about whether or not they should be wealthy, whether or not they should be building a business, whether or not they should be pursuing success. That's why we do Righteous Hustle. So till I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.